Okay, in today's class, I'm going to explain Google Translator GUI version. As I have briefed in the previous classes, Google Translator we have tried to understood in CUI version. That is what character user interface version. Then after in next class, I have briefed that how to write the code for GUI graphic user interface GUI version. So the code I have written in the previous class. Then after this type of window, this is GUI based graphic user interface based Google Translator. So I have explained in the previous class, this is the input box, this is the label for input, user input, and one combo box, list box, okay, to select the language, which language input will be in what language. This is combo box for output, for which language you want to convert the input. Okay, this is called source language, this is called target language, and this is the command button. Click here. So whenever you click here, this input box, so whatever the text you have written here, that will be converted into language you have chosen in this combo box. Okay, and that will be displayed here. This is one type of Google Translator for the GUI based graphic user interface. Okay, and that will be shown in this text box. Okay, as per this is like one window, main window. Okay, this main window has the controls to minimize button, close button, like this. Okay, so now as I told many times, these are my free classes. Okay, and thrice of a week the classes will be conducted Friday, Saturday, Sunday sharply at 8 p.m. in Zoom under my Lakshmi Narayana Krishna Foundation. So here I want to write comment here. These all classes will be conducted on my Lakshmi Narayana Krishna Foundation. So we will write this at the starting of the code. First of all, from where I have started this project, from here, import TK enter. Okay. Here I am mentioning my foundation as Lakshmi Narayana Krishna Foundation to provide free services, free coding classes for the students throughout the world, whomever residing in the rural areas. I want to connect that throughout the world to provide coding, to enhance the coding skills and English fluency, to enhance the English speaking skills in the students whomever residing throughout the world, especially who are totally aware of the network facilities. Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation. Okay, 3 days of a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sharply at 0800 p.m. Okay. Under my Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation, 3 days of a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 0800 p.m. in Zoom. Okay. Already I have shared the Zoom link to all of you. One link I have created, that is the permanent link, that is Zoom link. Once I have given that link, that is the permanent link to lifelong, up to my last breath of life. These classes will be conducted until my last breath of life. Okay. Okay, now, so this much code we have written in the previous class. Okay, as I have briefed that, everything I have briefed. Okay, so whatever the code we have written, okay, so within this I have briefed that one TK inter library that is to be imported from, okay, and that will be called as in further TK, and some TK from TK inter TTK1 submodule message box. Okay, Some I have briefed that. This code already I have briefed in the previous class, and this is the code written for the main application window and some labels and text boxes. Okay, and one command button. I have written the command button. Okay, so this is the code for to run the main application until user closes it. Okay. Now, now remaining code. We will try to write the remaining code. So the code, how to take the input, okay, how to convert the input. First of all, we will create a default one function. We will create that function name is called, okay, we need to create a function. Okay, function everything, every time in Python and the def keyword and keep a name for this function, translate underscore text. Okay, this is the function. Every time function must have the brackets. This is very compulsory. It indicates that this is a function. Okay, this keyword indicates that we are defining a function. Okay, now then after why it is giving error, this is called expected column. Now come down here. Under this function, we will write the code for to convert the text. Okay, first, so we will use exception handling, try and accept blocks here to accept to handle the errors. Under the try block, whatever the, if you feel that if there is an error may occur, if any error rises, so that is to be kept in under try block. Okay, so here now try to understand what I'm going to do. That one text underscore input. Okay, text underscore input dot. So text underscore input dot. I want to use get method. Okay, get method. See here, this get is what it is used to get the input from this input text box to take the whatever the user. Why it's giving error, because this we have started here. Now you comment here. Now whenever you run this code, you will get the text box. I have also used this. That is what. So we need to write the total code. Okay. So you this method get method will be used to take the input from the text box. Okay. So now within this get method, I want to use some what 1.0. What it indicates that um, first first line starting character. Okay, first line, first row, and first column. Okay, first row, zero row. Sorry, zero column. Okay, first character. It indicates that. Then after tk dot end, what do you mean of tk dot end? It indicates that what last until the last character, until the last character. Then after, if I write something code like this, okay, dot strip, okay, dot strip is a method used to remove all the white spaces and any extra new line characters. I will explain that what happened here, because this text dot input widget, okay, widget as a control. So it adds a backslash and character, okay, backslash and character. So to remove this that backslash and character, the strip will be used. Okay, you need to, I will explain if you will not understand actually what is that. Okay, don't worry, I will explain it, each and everything. So now you save in this as, so in a variable source the store text. Okay, Now, so why it is giving error? It is expecting that every try block must follow except. That is except or finally expected. So you write an except block. Okay. So why it is giving error? It is requesting for somewhat lines. Indent expect accepted. Indent expected. Indent means here we need to write some code in except block. Except I told you that except block will be used to handle the error. So you can write here just above this. Okay. Except black, except block used to handle the errors. Okay. Try block will be used here. Try block. Block means some line of code. Okay, block means some line of code. So whatever the code we write under this try block will be called try block. So some line of code. So some line of code will be called as block of code. So try block um use it to what? Except block used to handle the errors. In try block we will write the code inside of the try block. Okay, so try block used to keep code the code where uh, errors may occurs. Means what do you mean of this? If you feel that any line of code, if you feel that any error may occur, so keep that line of code inside of this try block. Okay, so now this this dot get method used to take the input, use it to collect the input from the input box, and that will be stored in this variable. Next, okay, I told you that 1.0 means first row, 0 means starting character, tk dot end means to last character, to take the last character also. Okay, now source language, source underscore language. Okay, so what happened here? This is one variable I have used here. You whether you keep shortly language is equal source language. Now source underscore language. Okay, source underscore lang. Okay, source underscore lang get. Get is a method. Okay, so now what happened here? Try to understand. This is source underscore lang dot get. So what do you mean of this? It will take the languages, all the languages with their codes. Okay, all the languages, source languages with their codes. Okay, and what about that? Destination language, target language. Target language means to which language it is to be converted. So, okay, destination language means in which language it is to be converted. Okay, now here you take target dot underscore lang dot get. So what do you mean of this? This is what this get will collect the all languages and their codes. Okay, what about this target underscore language dot get? Means it uh, it takes the target language. Suppose your source language you understood, try to understand English. You have selected in the list box, combo list box English. So from the total, okay, total, this get method takes all the languages and their codes. Okay, this target language takes target language. Okay, target underscore lang get. This is okay. Now this code, this much code we have written. Why, but why it is giving error? We need to understand that. That's very important. This is giving error what? Except or finally expected. So this is giving what statement expected form. Okay, under this word. So let me see why it is giving error, because we have given this much of space. That's why it is giving error. Okay. No. Okay. Now you try to understand that what is going on here. So why this is, we need to check back that later. Now one more, under this except block, under this except block we will write the code. Which code we need to write under this except block? Okay, now suppose if source underscore text, so there is no any input in input box, so one warning message that is to be given. Okay, if there is no any, if not, suppose in text box, input text box, there is no any source underscore text, so any, there is no any input in text. Okay, so that moment if there is no any text in this input box, the source underscore text is a variable which is having whatever the input given into the input box. So that moment it needs to give a, that is one message that is called warning message. So message box. So the message box always used. This is the message box used to use it to provide what shown, what show info. So that show warning. This is called show warning. This function, okay, message box. So under this, we need to give a message that is called warning message. Warning message. Okay, warning. A simple text I want to keep inside of this. Okay, warning. Which warning it will give? So that warning is what? Please enter text to translate. Please enter. Please enter text translate. If you have not written any text inside of this text box, thus this message will be given. Warning message, show warning message. Okay, so that is what warning message. Please enter text to translate. Okay, and here we need to mention return. So means return, why return will be used, means this will return this message, return this message. Okay, understood that. Now then afterward, under this try block, we need to use somewhat, because no, here this area we are getting error. So to cover this errors, under this we need to write somewhat code. First of all, I need to create an object for translator. Translator is an object created for translator class. This is our class, okay, translator. This translator class is part of your TK inter library. Initially, I have told you that, okay, translator is a class. Initially, I have imported from here. See, where this is what translator is a class of this Google Trans. Sorry, I have told TK Inter not. Translator is a class of imported from Google Trans, and languages is a dictionary which is used to get all the languages and their codes. Okay, this is a dictionary. Translator is a class imported from Google Trans module. Okay, so message box, already I have imported the message box from PTK. This is a themed widget. Okay, to provide that this is a module of TK Inter, and it provides the themed widgets. Widgets already I have briefed that: list box, text box, control, command button, all they are called list boxes. That is what widgets. Okay, now come to the code way. So for this to remove this type of errors, so I have created translator. Translator is a word, is a object created for this class. Okay. Okay. Next is what? Now we need to write the code to convert the code. Okay. To translate the code, I told you that this translator has a method. Okay. So that method can be used by this object. I many times I told you that this translator class has the methods. So if I want to use that methods, I need to create an object, because that methods are called object methods. In the previous classes in the Python, I told you that every class has methods. They are called object method or class method. If you want to call object method, we need to create the object. If you want to call them as class method, no need to create an object. So this translator has a method, so I can call them with the help of this translator object dot. Whenever you keep dot operator, so many methods you will get here. So that moment you call the method translate. This is the translate method. So translate method will be used to translate the text. Okay, this is the method that is part of translator class. That method will be called by only translator, that object created for that class. Okay, so now this translate method is the object method part of your translator class. That this method will be called as an object method by creating of the object. This is the object of this translator class. Now inside of this uh, translate method, we need to keep one is that this variable source, copy this one. Okay, copy, and inside of this you paste. Okay, because this variable, it is holding the input, whatever user feeds that input in text box, input box, that will be stored in this source underscore text variable. This variable, the name, you can keep whatever the text. If you want to simply write shortly source, there is no any problem. Source underscore text. Okay, you need to change this as source shortly, source underscore text. Okay, and if you want to change this as, okay, source, this is what, okay, this, okay. Now next, some parameters. So now this variable passed as a parameter to this translator method, and some parameters we need to pass for this. Now source is equal to src. src is one attribute. For this we will pass this value, this variable as a value. Copy and you paste here. Now this source language, that will be passed as a value for this attribute source. So, and then one more attribute, that is what, destination attribute. For this dest attribute we will pass this variable as a value. Okay, you copy this and you pass here. Okay, now paste here. So then after, what happened, try to understand. This is the one code I have written. Okay, uh, now this total code to be written inside of the translate method, not under cut. This is to be written inside of the translate method, not inside of your here. So it is this total parameters we need to we need to provide this parameter for this translate method. Okay. So this what do you mean of this? This method, we are source is where we are taking from the input box, and that whatever the text given source text from input box, what is the language, which language it is to be converted. No, this is what, in which language it is fed, it is given in that input box, written in the what language. So that is next destination language, in which language it is to be converted. Okay, so now try to understand all that code very clearly, otherwise you will get somewhat trouble, to understand all that. Okay, now, so now what happened, we need to, I think, why, because now if I want to call this total every time in programming language, so if I want to call, so keep this in a variable, so that I can call the data through the variable. Okay, so this is called your translated, because in this will take source input from the input box. This is the language, and this is the converted language. So the total output that is to be stored in a, you create a variable translated underscore text. What do you mean of this? So whatever language you have feed in this input box, and that will be, okay, so stored in this variable, this language, source language, by get method source language, all the language will be taken with the code names, and all the targeted languages to which language it is to be converted, that will be collected by this get method from second combo box. Okay, now, if there is no any text, so in the input box, a message will be shown. That message will be written. Now we have created for this class one object translator. Now this translator has a method, that is translate method, that is to be used with the calling of object. So translate data object. This method, it needs some parameters, and that parameters I have passed as a values. So these three variables, as they have been used as the parameters for this translate method. Now see what happened. So next is what, 10 minutes class will be. So then after we will finish this today. Next, and in output box, if any text is that, it is to be deleted. Text underscore output. Okay. So any text inside of the output box, that is to be deleted first. So okay. So text underscore output dot delete. Okay. Delete. So text underscore output. So they'll delete from where, from same, from starting first row to first character. So at how it is represented, one first row, point zero means first character, and comma. Okay, tk dot end means tk dot. What do you mean of end? I told you that end means up to last character. So everything that is to be deleted in the output box. So why then after new conversion, new translated text will be displayed in that. Okay. Now here we need to keep the comma here both. Okay. Now then after in the text output box, new text to be inserted. Okay. Okay. Output dot insert. Insert means new text to be inserted in the output box. Okay. Here what up to last character. Up to insert up to last character. tk dot end. So up to last character that is to be inserted in output box. Okay. Now then after, so in the output box, whatever the uh, language translated, the total translated text taken from this variable, okay, this variable holds the translated text. So in the output box, this translated text to be shown in the output box. So in the output box to the text to be shown until the last character. That's why I have written end, tk.end. This will be mostly used to indicate that up to last character. So the total text will be taken from this variable, and that will be shown where in this output box. Translated text, okay, underscore text, okay, dot text. Okay, now let us see what happened. Most of the errors are here. We need to cover all these, what is going on here. So then after this is up to here, then after, now this is the try block. Okay, under the Tejasri, 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 are you getting understanding what I have briefed? What the code I have written here? Okay, in the previous class. అర్థం కాలేదా? అంతకుముందు కోడ్ అర్థమైందా? జియో అప్లికేషన్ కి మనం రాసాం కదా కోడ్, ఏది ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఇది నేను ఈ రోజు రాసిన కోడ్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ దాకా. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ నుంచి నేను ఈరోజు కోడ్ రాశాను కదా. ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ ఐ హావ్ రిటర్న్ ద కోడ్. బిఫోర్ దట్ ఏంటంటే జస్ట్ వన్ బాక్స్ విల్ బి మనం ఇంతకుముందు ఏం రాసాం మనం? ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఏం చేసాము అంటే, మనము మన జియో అప్లికేషన్ వచ్చింది కదా, జియో అప్లికేషన్. సో జియో అప్లికేషన్ లో ఇన్పుట్ బాక్స్ లో మనం ఏదైతే ఫీడ్ చేస్తామో అది కన్వర్ట్ ఇంటూ అవుట్ బాక్స్ లో కనిపించాలి. ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్ అనేది మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి? ఇంగ్లీషా అంటే సోర్స్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అంటే ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఓకే, టార్గెట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అంటే దే లాంగ్వేజ్ కన్వర్ట్ అయ్యాలి, అది మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఇఫ్ ఏదైనా ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తే అవి ట్రై బ్లాక్ కింద మనం రాయాలి. మనకు డౌట్ వస్తుంది అనుకో, ఈ లైన్ ఆఫ్ కోడ్ లో ఏదైనా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది అనుకున్నప్పుడు దాన్ని ట్రై బ్లాక్ లో పెట్టాలి. ఎందుకంటే టు హ్యాండిల్ ద ఎర్రర్స్. ఓకే, ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తే ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ లో ఉంటుంది, అదంతా కూడా ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్ హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తుంది. మనం ఇంతకుముందు రాసిందంతా కోడ్ ఆ ఏమంటారు దాన్ని, మన జిఐ అప్లికేషన్ విండో క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి రాశాను. ఈ రోజు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావడానికి కోడ్ రాస్తున్నాం అనమాట. ఓకే, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ కావడానికి కోడ్ రాస్తున్నాను. ఏం చేస్తావు, కాపీ చేసి దిస్ విండో కాపీ చేసేసి కట్ చేసేసి ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ రాసి దీని ముందు రాసి ఇక్కడ పెట్టేసి పేస్ట్. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది మనం దేనికోసం రాస్తున్నాం, ఇది ఈ ఫంక్షన్. ఓకే, అప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేసామంటే ఈ ఈ విండో వచ్చేది కదా, ఈ విండోలో మనం ఇక్కడ ఏం లేదు చూడు, ఇక్కడ దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఎనీ సోర్స్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ కాంబో బాక్స్. వీ నీడ్ టు సీ ఆల్ ద లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఇన్ ద సోర్స్ బాక్స్. ఏ లాంగ్వేజ్, ఎన్ని లాంగ్వేజ్ ఉంటాయో దట్ ఈస్ డిక్షనరీ, లాంగ్వేజ్ డిక్షనరీ. ఐ హ్యావ్ ఇంపోర్టెడ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ లాంగ్వేజ్ డిక్షనరీ ఫ్రమ్ ట్రాన్స్లేటర్ క్లాస్. Okay, of Google Trans library. Okay, this is the target language list box, combo list box. Within this we need to choose one language. So if now we are not seeing any language list here, so for this I have written the code here where to get. This is the code I have written. Okay, source the underscore lang dot get. Okay, by this get method language list will be taken with the codes, and this is called return by this get method target underscore language dot get. So all that languages will be shown, list will be shown in this list box. Understood that? So input box, whatever the code if I have written, how are you, how are you, this code will be read. This code will be read by this text underscore input dot get. So what 1.0 means, first line, first line, first line. Okay, this is the first line. First line, first character. Okay, one is the first row, 0 means first character. tk dot end means up to the last character. How many character up to the end of the last character. Dot strip used here method to remove the white spaces and extra spaces, and to remove the next line character, because this get method automatically adds a backslash and character. So okay, and next what, so okay, if there is no any text in this text box, if there is no any text, okay, that if not source underscore text,